Alright folks, this is first stage of my Mortis engine. Oops. So this is the, let me try to, there we go. There's that green. This is the, what is that, moot green. It's that new moot green. And what I did was I just took a little bit of it, put it on my palette, we can see right there, and then watered it down. So you see that like watery effect, kind of like a wash. I didn't want it too thick. And you can see right here the first layer of white kind of going on it. It's still a little streaky, because you can see some of that green kind of coming through. But that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna dry brush some white on it, and you'll see that green coming through. And I'll probably dry brush it again just so there's no streaks. And that's the simple method I'm gonna do for the ethereal look to it. I don't want it to stand out too much. I understand it's like a pretty cool like thing going on here, but again, for my model here, my main point is really going to be my sorceress, necromancer-et, or vampire-et chick. She's going to be the most colorful character, paint-wise, literally, on the model. So she's going to be chilling on a throne. And this is going to be again, metal, the chip metal effect, kind of caging her and the relic inside. Concrete ground is going to be like that gray. It's going to be pretty simple. I'm going to just put some Fortress Gray down with some, what is that, Babbitt Black wash on top of it, and dry brush gray on top of it, and dry brush a little bit of white on top of that to give it a little bit of a highlight. And then of course the fire, I'll probably do fire, or maybe a green kind of fire, like the warp fire effect, just to tie the bottom to the top. And the lights, I might do green as well, just again to tie that bottom to the top. Don't want it to look like too much of separate models. I understand it's pretty much like the ghosts are kind of just being summoned as needed to float the relic into battle, basically. The Mortis engine into battle. But, you know, just try to tie those colors in, and that red is going to put that contrast, excuse me, not off-put, contrast, because, you know, the contrast in color for red is green, so that'll look pretty cool too. That in the army itself is a red color, so the skeletons have the red sashes, and the Graveguard have the red robes. And again, it's not going to be too powerful of a green, because remember, this is only a little bit of green is going to be showing, so it won't overwhelm with the green. So that's my Mortis engine. I'm going to start dry brushing the first layer of white on all this. It's a lot, so I don't want to spend so much time just on the ghosts coming out, because it's a pretty big model. Here, let me show you in contrast here. So that's what it's supposed to look like, the Mortis engine on top of the floating ghosts. So it's pretty tall. Alright, here's a regular model, foot model, soldier. You can see right there how he pretty much gets shouted by that thing. And also a pretty big model is the dragon slash Terrorgeist. He's a bigger model. So here's contrast for that too, back to back. It's a huge base. You can see that guy squished in between there. So you can see how if you take so much time, you'll never finish a model. But figuring out a way to compromise a good color scheme that won't look terrible, you know, if you stand back. It won't look too terrible if you stand forward too, looking at it. So that's what I'm going for. Let me see if I can. Ooh, leaned on that, almost fell over. You can see right there the first kind of dry brush of white. It's going to look good. Again, it's not going to be too green because of that white on top of it. Just a subtle hint of that green kind of glowing underneath. So it's going to look pretty cool, I think. Don't want to spend too much time. I want to spend most of my time detailing her. She's a small model, but you know, I want to put all the full detail in her because she's a character. Pretty much just like my you know, other characters. Spend more time on those. Alright, so that's that. Enjoy that update, and hopefully I will get some of this done for you.